I'm Jason. Today we got Mike here out on the range for the Sig 365 part 2. This is the P365. Sig had a couple of issues with the gun. There were some quote problems, so Sig took the gun back, did a little reinvention, if you will, took a look at it to see what was wrong with it, if there was anything, and they came out with some fixes. Mike, let's talk about the fixes.
I've posted a couple videos just on our little Facebook channel. Some of you may have seen it, where I showed that if you run both of your thumbs high on the slide, you could cause a return to battery issue. There was a video that was posted by a YouTube channel called Harry's Holsters that kind of was the first to really talk about the return to battery issues. So managing a Sig Elite store, I had 9 million people reference that video as, hey, look, they're having problems. And I'm like, well, our rental's not. All the guns that we've sold are not. I'm just not seeing those problems.
And this is the rental gun right here, yeah?
This is actually rental gun number 2.
Okay.
And I'll get to that in just a second.
All right.
So when Harry's Holsters posted a second video saying, well, see, now Sig's doing some fixes, so hopefully they get it right. I kind of rebutted to it, but I was a little bit of a jerk, and I posted that I think he just didn't know how to properly shoot a gun, and that I would like for him to send us his gun, and we would send him our rental gun that at the time had 12,400 something rounds through it. And I'd shoot his gun and we'd review it and kind of go from there. So after my post, Harrison Jones, the guy from Harry's Holsters, replied and said, yeah, okay, we'll do that. And we had a nice conversation on Facebook Messenger. Harry's actually a really nice guy. So this is the gun from the Harry's Holsters 1,000 round review video. We sent him our rental gun, he sent us his, and we put a second gun that we had in the shop that was a display gun into the rental fleet. That gun now has 4,200 and something rounds as of last night when I left at 6. Right. So this one's got right around 4,000, and it's run no hiccups, and we're going to shoot ours. The changes that Sig made to the gun, and Phil Strader posted to the Facebook group that I'm a part of, the Sig 365 owners group, and he said, we've seen that if you run your thumbs high on the slide or you have some grip issues, it can cause return to battery issues. So they put a 1 pound heavier spring in the gun. The peening of the barrel where it was impacting the front of the slide, and so Sig kind of gave some relief cuts on the barrel, basically cut away the material where it was impacting. Sig all along said that was just cosmetic, but they got rid of it so we wouldn't have cosmetic issues. And then they did put X-ray 3-night sights on the gun.
Now, also, if you have the original sights, you can contact Sig and they will send you.
You can contact Sig and they will send you the X-ray sights, or you can send your gun back to Sig and they will make all of the changes that they made to the later versions of the gun. They'll make the relief cuts, they'll give you the heavier spring. There's a whole list of stuff that they do. They basically change everything but the slide and the frame.
But it's awesome that Sig very quickly, took this gun back, said, hey, we're going to fix it, we're going to look into this, and just they made fixes for it as fast as they could.
So we have taken this gun apart. We cleaned it real briefly. I mean, we didn't in depth with a toothpick nonsense, but we scrubbed it down, sprayed a little bit of ballistol, wiped it clean, and then lubed it with Battleborn weapon grease. And same with that one, although I don't remember if I lubed that one when I put it back together.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. I definitely lubed this one. So it's been lubed with Battleborn weapon grease and cleaned, and we're going to get some rounds down it and see what we find. So these will be the first shots through the Harry's Holsters 365. We did, by the way, keep track of what serial numbers are which so we don't mix the guns up. Lock back. Locked open on an empty mag. Good to go.
I know in our other video we didn't get a chance, on the first review video, we didn't get a chance to show you the 12 round mag here. So this is the actual extended 12 round mag. So you can see it does stick out a little bit further. Let me see if I have the flush fit. I do, it's in my pocket. So you can see it's not really that bad, man, for actual +2 on there. And it really fits the hand pretty well. It comes down to the pinky, almost flush on my hand, which is, I've got decent meaty sized hands. So yeah, let's try this out, shall we? Now, I mean, when I grip it, I don't have an extremely high grip. I mean, I can imagine if your thumb's high, you know, you could ride your thumb on the slide pretty easily. I mean, that definitely, you know, that's definitely a possibility. I try to wrap my thumbs on this one a little bit on my hand instead of on the slide, but.
And remember, this gun has front and rear cocking serrations, so on a Glock, if you had your thumb high on a Glock or a similar pistol, it's not really gripping the top of that slide. So let's, you know, in his video, he was doing a 1,000-round review and didn't start having problems until, I don't know, maybe he was at 100 rounds. So let's just burn some rounds.
Keep shooting, I like that.
Yeah. Give me your empties and I'll start loading.
I got a professional loader. This is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm digging this. 3,000 more rounds, Garcon. No, you know, so being that this is the second part of the video, I just want to talk about a little bit what we talked about in the first part. The trigger on this is still just fantastic. It shoots really well. The recoil is very manageable for such a small 9mm. The recoil feels about the same as a 938, a little bit lighter than a Glock 43. And again, the size is a lot smaller. So it just really fits the hand well. You know, as you grip, it almost feels really thin. It's, you know, especially, you know, carrying this thing, it's just ultra small. So pretty sweet. I'm digging it. I'd like to see this with the new X-ray sights when you get that, you know, that bright front sight there. That'd be pretty nice. So I haven't seen the new model. This gun, actually, I'm sorry, the rental gun that we just shot, also, both of these have the original spring in them. They haven't been upgraded to the new spring recoil spring system. So have no issues with either one of them yet. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's just a great feel in the hand, and it shoots really well. So let's throw some more rounds down this thing. No issues yet.
Oop.
Where you going, buddy?
Standing here to give you more ammo.
There's one in my back pocket.
I'm not reaching in your pocket. Especially not your back pocket. It's,
Come on, man.
we're not, no.
Not that kind of friends?
We're not that kind of friends, man.
All right.
Sorry.
More rounds.
Maybe he will.
Man, I'm gonna try a really high grip and see if I can get this thing to fit.
Let's not try and make it malfunction.
I want to try.
Well, let's get 200 rounds flawless through it.
Oh man,
And then let's try and make
my
it.
hand's already hurt, Mike. My hand's already hurt, and I'm not even loading. Let's do it. Definitely getting hot, that's for sure. Yeah, Mike, I'm out of ammo. Mike, I'm out of ammo. That's sad. All right, let's go get some more ammo. fingers hurt. It's too early for this. My fingers haven't woken up yet.
Right. We decided to do this early morning video on the day of daylight savings time.
Yes. Save the daylight.
So in the first video, I shot it, you know, kind of barely holding on to it. And I don't think that actually made the cut when we did the video, but I'm gonna do the same thing again. So I'm only holding the gun, thumb and trigger finger. And God, that is hot.
Is that GoPro?
I'm not gonna miss and hit the GoPro. Calm down. Ah,
There it goes.
there. Now we had a malfunction. So, that was weird. Okay, so limp wristing it. So with extreme limp wristing, after what, 200 rounds?
Yeah, right about 250.
And guns hot as hell. Limp wristing it, you can have a problem like what Harry's seeing. Limp wrist with
Man.
R's.
I could cook marshmallows with this thing right now.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, while you're busy
Any
back
gloves?
there. No, I ain't
Someone say bacon?
no wussy. Come on. Let's see. Give me a clean target here. Feel the you can feel the heat coming through the trigger. Like
Yeah, I know.
you can feel it like the heat is coming under
Yeah,
the trigger guard here.
heat's radiating
Yeah,
down.
like right down to your finger, man.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, obviously for a concealed carry gun, you're probably not going to be putting. We're at probably close to 300 rounds now. Very quick, you know, where you're not going to let it cool down.
Right.
You're going to run 2 mags, and I mean, we ran. It probably didn't get to what, about 150, 200 before it actually started getting.
Yeah.
Really warm.
And
It's
we've
still,
got
it's still
eight-
control.
we've got what, 6 mags, 7 mags that we're
Yeah.
running back to back. So I mean,
Right.
it's so this is our rental gun, and I'm sure I'm going to get accused of, oh, you were shooting a different gun or you were using parts from the other gun. So there's that gun. It's the one we're running. It's hot as hell.
Show you the. We're not showing the
We're not. I wouldn't mind showing mine, but that's not my gun. I don't want to show his serial number on the video. But so here's our rental. And we're gonna shoot it that same limp wristing, you know, way and see if mine runs any better limp wrist. Okay, so I did just have the same return to battery with a limp wrist. I'd say mine definitely ran better than that one did. It only had the one malfunction in the 12-round magazine.
Gangsta. Oh, that trigger's hot. Oh, I gotta get through this. Whew. Okay, well, there's one. Do we have a round in there? Oh, no, it was empty. Just didn't lock open on the last round. Whew! That trigger gets warm, buddy. All right, guys, so final thoughts and impressions on the P365 Part 2. You know, we ran through 600 rounds on this thing. We had 0 malfunctions on it, and this was a gun with no malfunctions. We did take this out and we shot it as hot as we could, and as pretty much as fast as we could. I mean, we just, at one point it was so hot we couldn't even put our finger on the trigger anymore, and it shot amazing. I mean, amazing.
It's still really hot.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still holding it, to be honest with you. We
Well,
should've
as long
hung
as
it
you,
up.
like you see, I'm holding my finger up. I don't want to accidentally touch slide and burn
Yeah,
myself, which I
I'm
did a
waiting for
couple
you to
times. Yeah, with the exception of trying to make the gun malfunction, right? Holding it like this. Oh, that's hot still. No malfunctions. 600 rounds. You know, you can look at like the massive amounts of carbon buildup. It was throwing carbon out onto my hand.
Right.
You know, I have the same impressions that I had after the first one. I mean, the gun, especially with this 12-round mag,
Yeah.
feels incredible.
You like that. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
shoots
the flush
incredible.
fit personally, but
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I've always liked it.
I like that.
I'm very fancy. Pinky's out, Mike.
Pinky's out. Okay, I got it. You know, listen, this is 600 rounds through a gun that, you know, a lot of people have said that they had those return to battery issues. Obviously, this gun supposedly had those issues. And I don't know what caused it. Maybe it had, you know, in all fairness to Harry, maybe it's reached a break-in point where it no longer has problems. Maybe where Harry was shooting it, I don't know, something with the lubrication he was using, I don't know. I can only speak to what I do know, which is that we took the gun, cleaned it, lubed it, came out here on the range, put 600 rounds of blazer brass, so it's not like we were shooting high quality ammo, it's just blazer brass.
That's not high quality.
It's not like, high-end stuff, it's the cheap, I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, it wasn't Winchester white box, I guess, but.
Ooh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah. Listen, the gun runs great.
100%.
Again, if you have a grip problem, I guess, if you have a very limp wrist, you couldn't even get it to malfunction when you were limp wristing.
I know, I tried. The only issue I had was on the last round, it didn't stay open.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, again, limp wrist in it, but.
So, the gun, in my opinion, runs flawless. Sig did make improvements, not to this gun, not to either of the two guns we were shooting, but they've made some improvements to make it even more reliable, I guess.
Right.
But this ran perfect, so.
So all in all, even if you have one of the old ones, as long as yours works, it's awesome. But they're shipping them out now with all the fixes and improvements. And I go back to the first video. I'll tell you now, if you don't have one, you're missing out. This is one of the greatest carry guns I think ever invented, if you ask me. This is amazing. It's a great gun. So make sure to check out Frogbones in the link description below. Thanks, Mike, for having us out today.
If you're watching on the Frogbones video, check out Dirty Bird Tactical. Jason puts out good videos. His are pretty funny. Watching him shoot's funny.
Yeah, watching me beat you is funny too.
You did beat me. Hats off. My last thing would be people that email me every day asking, well, is it okay? Is it fixed? Is it working? I would take this gun that's got at least 1,000 rounds through it, right? And I'd buy it, I'd put it in a holster, and I'd carry it right now as my personal defense gun.
Oh, 100%.
So
without a doubt.
I can't say anything better about it than that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one. See you next time.